What if the milk in your fridge could tell you exactly when it was going to expire, like down to the hour? It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, it's not. It's the new reality of food engineering, and it's all powered by artificial intelligence. So today, we're going to break down how AI is completely changing everything, all the way from the farm to your fork. Okay, so the big takeaway right up front is this. Artificial intelligence is changing our food systems, like right now. This isn't some far-off prediction for the future. It's a revolution that's happening in real time, from the fields to the factory floor. You could almost say AI is becoming a key ingredient in how our food gets made.
But what does that actually mean when we talk about practice? How does some complex algorithm actually make a better loaf of bread or a safer yogurt? Let's get into it and see what this revolution really looks like on the ground.
All right, first things first, we've got to cut through all the hype. It's really easy to think of AI as this magic black box that just magically solves problems. But when you're in a field as precise as food engineering, the reality is way more grounded. AI isn't magic. It's an incredibly powerful tool, for sure, but it's a tool that needs to be in the hands of an expert.
So, what does this tool actually do? Well, at its core, it's a pattern-finding machine. Think about it. Food systems are unbelievably complex. You've got all these variables, right? Temperature, humidity, tiny differences in ingredients, it's a lot. What AI does is sift through massive, and I mean massive, amounts of data from all these systems to find these really important connections that a human, on their own, might never, ever see. And the way it works is actually pretty straightforward when you break it down into 3 powerful steps. So step 1 is all about generating data. This stuff comes from everywhere. We're talking sensors, cameras, all kinds of process records. Then, for step 2, the AI algorithm gets to work. It starts hunting for the crucial patterns hidden inside all that data. And that leads to step 3, predicting behavior. The system takes those patterns it found and uses them to forecast what's going to happen next.
And what kind of behavior are we actually predicting here? Well, it's the really important stuff. For example, it can predict the exact shelf life of a product, just based on tiny little variations in how it was made. Or it can forecast how the taste and texture might change over time. And this is huge. It can even predict the chances of microbial growth. That's absolutely critical for preventing those massive, scary food recalls.
Now, to really appreciate just how big a shift this is, you have to think about the old way of doing things. It was mostly reactive, right? A quality control check might spot a problem, sure, but usually only after a whole batch was already ruined. Everything pretty much relied on experience and standard benchmarks, which, let's be honest, could sometimes feel a lot like just educated guesswork.
And this is the heart of the new way. We're moving from just reacting to actually anticipating. So instead of guessing, decisions are now driven by data. The system can flag a potential issue before it becomes a real problem. This lets engineers jump in and fix things proactively. It fundamentally changes the entire way you think about running things.
So what happens when you take this proactive approach? The results are pretty significant. You get this amazing virtuous cycle. First, you get way less waste. Then, you see improved efficiency. You're using less energy, fewer raw materials, and all of that leads to a much more optimized process overall. And for you and me, that just means a better, safer, and more consistent product on the grocery store shelf.
Okay, but here's a really, really important point we need to make. After hearing about all this incredible stuff, it's easy to think, oh great, the machines are taking over, right? But the source material is super clear about this. AI is not here to replace engineers. It's here to amplify their knowledge.
And why is that?
Well, because an AI is only as smart as the expert who's guiding it. Think about it. It's the engineer's deep understanding of food science that decides what data even needs to be collected in the first place. Their expertise is absolutely essential for building and checking the AI models to make sure they're accurate. And, maybe most importantly, you need their critical thinking to look at what the AI spits out and make the final call.
And really, this is the ultimate takeaway from all of this. The real game changer isn't just the AI by itself, and it's not the human expert working alone. It's the powerful partnership between the two. That's the winning combination. Deep human engineering knowledge supercharged by the incredible analytical power of these new AI tools.
So this partnership, this blend of human smarts and machine intelligence, it's not some idea for the distant future. It is the real, tangible way food engineering is working today. This is exactly how we're building a future that's smarter, safer, and way more sustainable for all of us.
So the next time you're walking through a grocery store, just take a look around. What you're really seeing is the end result of this incredible partnership between human ingenuity and artificial intelligence. That, right there, is the future of food engineered. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.